Hey there, hockey fans! You already know TenbandTV can stream live regional sports. But did you know you can also stream the best of the local music scene as well? Music from the 412 is live and streaming 24/7 on TenbandTV. Watch music videos, concerts, and original programming free from the comfort of your couch. Featuring the best of music and artists from Pittsburgh and Western PA. Tune in today.
Humphreys trying to get up ahead of the defense for Team Gordos, out to a 1-0 lead. Conyon, watch closely, down low for Humphreys. Humphreys from an angle, misses McLaughlin. Humphreys, right wing circle. Out in front it comes, and over the bar from the stick of Conyon. Good cycle here by Gordos. All alone is Humphreys, but he fans on the attempted shot. He gets it back, and he tucks it in anyway.
It's that same move that Boyson tried in the first game that he wasn't too successful on, but Humphreys was able to get it there.
He's so good, he's even failing upward. Humphreys recovers and easily taps it past McLaughlin to double the advantage for Gordos. Christian Humphreys' 9th goal of the competition. Guess who's back? Back again. Mooney's back. Tell a friend. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock, and we're back as well. Aaron Norkovicus, he's back too, and we are back at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon, Pennsylvania for the 6th and final week of the 2024 Ice Castle 3-vs-3 Elite Hockey League on TenbandTV. Team Raising Canes at 7-3 in red against Team Saloon in light brown, 5-5 in the opener. In our second game, Team Gordos Tacos and Tequila in black at 7-3 also, taking on Team Tidal Wave Sports in orange. They come in at 1-9. LJ Mooney, as I said, is back for Team Raising Canes. Mooney, prior to getting the call to USA World Junior Showcase Camp and prior to being the youngest player at the camp, for that matter, was the leading scorer in this competition. 17 goals and 8 assists through the first few weeks of action here in the South Hills, and he rejoins the Raising Cane's squad captained by the NHL rookie sensation Logan Cooley, who you and I got to see play last week, Aaron, and number 18 and number 92 in red are back together. Now we're going to see some serious stuff, I think.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. LJ's so dangerous out there. Having him back for Canes is going to be really big for them. They just barely lost last week, only by 3 goals. And like we talked about last week, he's definitely able to do like score like that, and he can be big for them.
And through the first few weeks, Canes was the dominant team in the circuit. And since Mooney's departure, they've looked a lot more human, if you will. And that's allowed Gordos, the team in black, to gain some ground on them. Those two are in a virtual dead heat for first place as we determine seeding tonight for next week's special playoff event yet to come, which will involve all 4 teams, we should point out. And warming up off to our right, we see number 24 in black, Christian Humphreys, a player that you liked his game a lot last week, Aaron. I remember that specifically. And to wit, he was our player of the night for week number 5, and he had a big night for Gordos. They'll look for him to have another big night tonight.
Yeah, he's someone that you're definitely going to need to have another great night. You know, he's so calm with the puck, made a lot of plays last week, and especially with the Canes getting LJ back, they're really going to need him to step up big again.
And Will Tomko, I think, stepped up as well last week, making his league debut with Team Gordos. He's number 17 in black, warming up off to our right, the former Peters Township sensation, an underclassman who won a state championship and back-to-back Penguins Cups under the guidance of the recently retired Rick Tingle, then went on to play USHL hockey. He's a Penn State commit for not this season, but next season, 2025-2026. And he had already in his first week 5 points in his first 2 games, and I think you and I both mutually liked his game a lot as well.
Oh yeah, he's everyone talks about the Coley-LJ connection, and just as big for Tacos is the Tomko-Humphreys connection. Tomko just had a great week in his first week, and excited. Now he has his foot under him. I'm excited to see what he can do this week.
And meanwhile, for Team Saloon, we see Brendan Wolcomb back in the lineup this week for Team Saloon, chit-chatting with Canes defenseman Chris Conway, the Bethel Park native, as they take the last few minutes of this ongoing warm-up skate together. And Wolcomb, with 10 goals and 15 points, leads Team Saloon. He was our player of the night 2 weeks prior as Team Saloon won the weekly championship for week number 4. And Team Saloon has had its moments in this event. They've had some signature wins, but really they needed to get Brendan Wolcomb back, and they've got him back tonight.
Yeah, they really need something going. It seems like lately it's just been Tacos and Canes just running this league, and it'd be nice to see one of these other 2 teams be able to squeak something out tonight, and he's going to be big for them.
And Team Tidal Wave, for that matter, is also trying to get off the schneid tonight, and they've got a long losing skid that they're trying to break in the second regularly scheduled game tonight against Team Gordo's Tacos and Tequila. And they've got a player who played last week for Raising Canes, making his league debut, Matt DeMarsico. He is not presently out on the ice, but he is scheduled to appear per Tyler Murovich, wearing number 88 in orange. Meanwhile, taking the warm-up skate for Tidal Wave, wearing number 28 in orange, is tonight's newcomer for Team Tidal Wave, Cohen Belsterling, a Seneca Valley product and former Penn's Elite player who's played in a number of junior hockey circuits, most recently in Knoll with the Odessa Jackalopes.
Anyone that Tidal Wave can get right now, they're struggling a little bit, so hopefully he can step up and really help this team out, because they're gonna want this win bad tonight.
And Tidal Wave has had a lot of college-age players trying to contribute to its offense. They've been getting a lot of points, over 20 points altogether, in fact, from players who currently or have in the past skated for the Division I men's program at Robert Morris University. Among those players, Michael Felsing, number 17 in orange, who we saw earlier taking the warm-up skate, not on the ice, but again scheduled to appear tonight. Felsing, 11 goals, 16 points. He is Tidal Wave's leading scorer entering this week. And we see at center ice, number 14, the team captain, Connor Fedorik, who does not have RMU ties, but he is the captain of this Tidal Wave team. And ever since recuperating from his own injury and playing for the first time in this event, he's looked very good for Tidal Wave.
Yeah, going back to Felsing, I've played with him a few times in a tournament or 2, and he's just a great player. They're going to really need him to step up tonight, and I think he has the ability to do that, and the ability to put this team on his back if he has to. So he's a great player. He can do a lot for this team.
There's a lot of Knoll players on all 4 rosters, for that matter, Aaron, and I know that you and I were discussing on and off the air last week how getting that extra junior hockey experience, whether you're of high school age or college age, it really gives you a leg up on other players in your own peer group.
Oh, it definitely does. College is a much different game than high school or amateurs. Everyone's bigger, faster, so those few years that you can get at juniors with those older guys who are bigger and faster can really help you with your experience when you get to that next level. And can't say enough good things about the Knoll. It's a great league. Everyone in that league can play, so it's huge for them.
Guess who else is back this week? Our camera operator, Michael Lyman. You saw him with some great shots of Chad Veltri, another former RMU Colonial, who's going to be in goal once again for Raising Canes tonight. He'll be opposed in Game 1 by the Week 1 player of the night, Kyle McLaughlin, wearing number 20. And it's just about time to cut the ice here at the trackside rink here in Ice Castle. But before we step aside for that, we'll review the playing rules quickly of this event. They'll play 16-minute games, 2 8-minute periods, obviously, with a running clock. Overtime is 3 minutes of running clock hockey, followed by a sudden victory shootout, should that be necessary. Intentional icing results in a penalty shot. All penalties result in penalty shots with chasers. Players have to wait until the player touches the puck to leave the blue line behind the shooter taking the penalty shot. The play is live. Players can pass to their teammate on a shot, which we've seen several times. First violation is a warning. Second violation incurs an additional penalty shot. And in that instance, the first shot will not have chasers. Half-court hockey can't regroup past center ice or the red line, lest you turn over possession of the puck to your opponent. Pucks are in play off the netting above the glass. No face-offs other than center ice. One timeout per game. Either team is allowed to call it. Clock stops in the last minute of the period during penalty shots, injuries, pucks out of play, and or a called timeout. So we will take a break, and we'll be back with Game 1 between Team Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers and Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon. He's Aaron Norkovicus of Pitt Johnstown Men's Club Hockey, Division 1. I'm Matt Popchock of TenbandTV, and we've got Ice Castle 3-vs-3 Elite League Hockey on TenbandTV after this.
Hey there, hockey fans! You already know TenbandTV can stream live regional sports. But did you know you can also stream the best of the local music scene as well? Music from the 412 is live and streaming 24/7 on TenbandTV. Watch music videos, concerts, and original programming free from the comfort of your couch. Featuring the best of music and artists from Pittsburgh and Western PA. Tune in today.
Humphreys trying to get up ahead of the defense for Team Gordos, out to a 1-0 lead. Conyon, watch closely, down low for Humphreys. Humphreys from an angle, misses McLaughlin. Humphreys, right wing circle. Out in front it comes, and over the bar from the stick of Conyon. Good cycle here by Gordos. All alone is Humphreys, but he fans on the attempted shot. He gets it back, and he tucks it in anyway.
It's that same move that Boyson tried in the first game that he wasn't too successful on, but Humphreys was able to get it there.
He's so good, he's even failing upward. Humphreys recovers and easily taps it past McLaughlin to double the advantage for Gordos. Christian Humphreys' 9th goal of the competition. Team Gordos trying to eat, drink, and be merry and advance to the championship round for the second time in 3 weeks as Humphreys nuzzles that nylon for a second time. And it's 3-1 in favor of the boys in black over Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon. And a beautiful rip, for that matter, by Pelosic. That was fading away, and you can break out the chapeaus for Christian Humphreys, baby. He gets it right back just like that. And now Team Saloon will call the lone time.
Oh, I'm excited for this one. We get to see Coley versus Humphreys, you know, two of the NHL players. Well, Humphreys not quite yet, but two really good young players, and it's going to be another good one. These two teams played really well in their respective games, so hopefully we can see a lot of goals in this one.
We were talking about this off the air, and I think you might be onto something. I wonder if other NHL teams might have underestimated Christian Humphreys, because he's looked awfully good throughout this event.
Yeah, I mean, just from being able to, I've seen him play before he was drafted in other leagues, and he's so fast, he's so skilled with the puck, but if I'm a Colorado fan, I'm definitely excited for him.
Could not. Humphreys trapped in the corner by DeMarsico. Humphreys, edge of the left circle. Just on is Kanyan. Kanyan, bar down. 2-1 Gordos. Kanyan from above the right circle. Down low to Humphreys. Humphreys in tight. Slips it between the wickets of Chad Veltri.
Right around the Popchock, right through the 5-hole. Doesn't get prettier than that.
Coley, as we've said ad nauseum, is the one that everybody's coming to see, but it's Humphreys, the other perhaps future NHLer who's stealing the show.
Yeah, that's what it's about, you know. He's making a name for himself, so every play matters, you know.
Has scored 4 unanswered goals, and they did this in the first game of the entire event too. Back in week 1, they came from 3 goals down in the second period and eventually won in overtime over Team Gordos thanks to Justin Gibson. One-timer in front. Alex Kakali makes it 5-aside.
Humphreys again, so calm with that puck. Found that dude perfectly through the slot.
Humphreys and his line mates were absolutely on fire for Gordos last week. He was playing on a line frequently with Kanyan and Nick Kakali, and those 3 combined for 15 points in the consolation game. Stopped by Mason Mirovic. Lead pass to Humphreys, and that should do it. You can warm up the bus and start pouring those adult beverages at Gordos Tacos and Tequila. They will be your Week 5 Elite League champion.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
3 to Fedoruk. Fedoruk trying to go cross ice, picked off easily by McDonald. Breakaway chance for Brendan Wolcombe, the German international. Wolcombe to goal. He scores! Barred down. And Dark Brendan ties the game for Team Saloon. For Wolcombe, his 7th of the competition to lead Team Saloon. Wolcombe to O'Donnell. O'Donnell on that. He scores! Sean O'Donnell finally has an answer for Chad Veltri. And it's 1-0 Team Saloon early in the first. Saloon leading by a pair, approaching the midpoint of the first period. Week 4 championship game. Ice Castle Hockey 3 versus 3 Elite League as Brendan Wolcombe sneaks it through Veltri. Team Kane's not putting up much of an argument as Wolcombe dangles down low. Wraparound try, scores! It deflected off the stick of Mauser. And it's 4-0 Team Saloon. Five ticks to talk. Wolcombe shooting for the empty net. Burial. That's it, and that's all. Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon, your Week 4 champions of the Ice Castle Hockey Elite 3 versus 3 League. Final score, Team Saloon 9, Team Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers 3.
Are you ready?
Stats and standings through Week 5 powered by Brentwood Bank, serving the financial needs of Pittsburgh's South Hills for over a century. Gordo's 7-3. Raising Cane's 7-3. Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon 5-5. Tidal Wave Sports 1-9. 9 points, 9 points, 6 points, and 1 point respectively, 1 through 4. Once again, the winners of each of the first 2 games tonight get 1 point. The winner of the consolation game gets 1 point. The winner of tonight's 4th and final game, the championship round, will get 2 additional points going into next week's special playoff event, which will decide the 2024 Castle Cup Championship here at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon. Matt Popchock with Aaron Norkovikas for Ice Castle Elite 3 vs 3 League Hockey on TenbandTV. Raising Cane's 62 goals, the #1 offense in the 4-team league. Gordo's still the least scored against team with just 39 goals against. And look at those goal differentials. One team is +17, one team is +16. Literally just 1 goal separating these first 2 teams. You can't get any closer as far as the determination for next week's seeding is concerned.
No, you really can. That's why this game here is so important. These games here are so important. Every goal matters in this, and expect to see a lot of goals today because both these teams know they need to score them to get that separation between each other.
Let's just see how quickly LJ Mooney can shake off the rust. I doubt if he has any, based on your humble account of his performance at the World Junior Showcase over the last couple of weeks. Again, Mooney, the youngest player to appear for Team USA at that exhibition event, playing teams from literally all over the globe. Mooney, draft eligible in 2025. And it should be a pretty interesting matchup between these teams as well. Raising Cane's has qualified for all 5 championship games in this event, but they've lost 3 in a row, including their most recent championship confrontation against Team Saloon. Raising Cane's won the first 2 meetings between these clubs, at least one of which was in dominant fashion as well. But Saloon enjoyed a 9-3 victory a couple of weeks ago behind Brendan Wolcomb's big night. Once again, it's Chad Veltri in goal off to our left. Kyle McLaughlin in goal for Saloon off to our right.
Looks like the Canes are going to make us wait to see LJ and Coley both sitting on the bench to start this game, but sure it won't be long before they're out here flying around.
Ricky Boyson, who, believe it or not, leads the team, or led the team in LJ's absence in goals with 14 before Mooney returned, is out there to take the opening faceoff with Justin Gibson and Caden Pendo, the Mon Valley native, on defense. Saloon going with an opening trio of Carter Eckberg, the Peters Township product, and team captain Liam Walsh and Brendan Wolcomb, as Chad Veltri seems to have an equipment issue of some sort before we drop the puck tonight, and getting some help from this USA hockey crew.
Looked like a lace may have broke or something on the bottom of his pad. Something's still dangling there. That could be dangerous for him. Could lose an edge, give up something. You know when anyone getting hurt here.
And he's still adjusting it, to your point, as we speak. And now the official's going to give him one more look, and he says, I'm good.
He just ripped off the lace and threw it in the net. He's ready to go.
And as they say in 3-on-3 hockey, let's do that 3-on-3 hockey. Saloon controls the opening faceoff and moves this puck from right to left on your TV, computer, or mobile device. Brendan Wolcomb crosses the attacking line, trying to feed it to Liam Walsh. He's pickpocketed by Ricky Boyson, who flies down the right wing, shoots on net, glove save, Kyle McLaughlin.
It's a great first save for Kyle, just getting into the game, feel the puck.
.923 save percentage. Career playoffs with S-Mark Stars. He's a good playoff goaltender. Wraparound try and a goal for Liam Walsh, his first since joining this competition after coming off the injured reserve at Northeastern University. And Saloon draws first blood.
He looked like he caught the goalie sleeping a little bit there. He wasn't ready for that.
Maybe Veltry's still thinking about that busted lace in the back of his head a little bit, as Welcome has this puck for Saloon, and Saloon has a 2-on-1 with Welcome and Sean O'Donnell. Gibson, the lone man, back. Welcome shoots, and that's a nice save from the knees by the former RMU Colonial. Johnny McDonald, left circle. 8 goals as a defenseman in this competition. Forces another save from Veltry.
And Veltry will take those shots all day after giving up a first shot, just to let him feel the puck.
And now Cooley and Mooney, cousins, they will galvanize. And welcome home, son, that quickly. First shift, first shot, first goal. Make it 18 for number 18. He leads the league.
And there he is already. We talked about him beforehand and how dangerous he can be and how much of a help he's going to be for this Canes team. It did not take long for him to get on the board.
Canes fell behind to Gordo's 4-1 in last week's championship game and sort of echoed their week 1, game 1 rally by scoring 4 unanswered goals. And we thought they would be able to successfully complete that comeback before Gordo's rallied for 4 of their own in the game's final 2 minutes. Played out in front, intended for O'Donnell. That errant pass comes all the way back inside the Saloon blue line, where McDonald takes it and retreats behind his netminder McLaughlin. O'Donnell poke checked by Conway. Cooley fishing for that loose puck. Matt Walsh, erstwhile state champion at Bishop Canevin High School, has it for Team Saloon. Saloon changing behind the play as Walsh carries left side from an angle. That'll miss the net. Ekberg has to go fetch. McLaughlin settles it down. And it's Liam Walsh who had the game's first goal, leading the breakout for Team Saloon. Walsh dangling, lost the puck. Good effort there by Pendo, and Pendo has it across the blue line for Raising Canes. He snaps, he's stopped by McLaughlin, but Pendo gets his own rebound back. Pendo draws a double team from Walsh and Ekberg, Liam Walsh that is, as this puck comes up the near boards, kept inside the zone by Boyson, as we're 3 minutes gone by in period 1. Boyson's backhander off the side of the net, and off the side of Kyle McLaughlin as well.
Going back a little bit, we saw a lot of that last week with Pendo. He turns defense into offense so quickly. He's such a good skater. He's so fast and so quick on his skates, where he can make plays out of nothing. And we saw that a lot last week, and we saw it early in this game.
Caden Pendo vis-a-vis Boyson. Pendo swaps with Mooney. Mooney behind the net. Reverses his course from an angle, plays it off a couple of defensive sticks, and it comes to Pendo. McLaughlin trying to steer it aside and away from Mooney in one motion, and does.
It's a good play by McLaughlin. Anything you can do to keep the puck off LJ's stick is going to help your team out.
Approaching the midpoint of period 1, game 1 of week 6. It's a 1-1 score. Cross-ice feed for McDonald. McDonald side of the net. Oh, it was biffed by O'Donnell.
That's a great pass and play. It looked like it just got the heel of his stick. He wasn't able to get all of it.
Cooley 1 against 2. Make it 1 against 3. Canes making some changes behind the action. Mooney still unable to shake that double team. Feeds it to LJ Mooney. Back to Logan Cooley. Cooley dangles. Cooley on his backhand. Cooley tucks it around McLaughlin. Bow to your sensei. And it's 2-1 Raising Canes.
Wow, was that a nice one. They had nothing there. And oh, here comes LJ now. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Cooley and Mooney putting on a clinic right now. They're going to do it themselves if they have to. Back to what I was saying, a little drop pass by LJ there gave Cooley all the time and space. And as a defender, you definitely do not want to face Logan Cooley one-on-one.
You sure he's not an NHL prospect already? Do we have to wait until 2025? LJ Mooney continuing to be arguably the most dazzling player in this summer showcase event, even more so than his cousin Cooley.
Yeah, LJ definitely knows how to put on a show, and a lot of these kids, just as many are here to see him as they are his cousin Logan, but he knows how to put on a show, and he's going to do that today. And
Ricky Boyson continues to fly under the radar as he quietly notches goal number 15 on the summer. 4 unanswered for Raising Canes. Just like that, the old offensive spark seems to be back for the team in red.
You see, there was a little bit of a slow start for the Canes team, but as soon as LJ gets out there and does his thing, it seems like he ignited something in them, and now they're out there just doing whatever they do.
Pendo is stopped by Kyle McLaughlin. Team Saloon trying to get off the proverbial mat with a couple of minutes remaining in this first period, down by a few. That one-timer is shanked by Alex Gritz. Gritz starting to pick up his own game offensively of late for Team Saloon. Ekberg off the tip of Veltry's glove, still loose, and knocked to the boards by Justin Gibson. Gibson, 8 goals as a defenseman. Toward the net, he shoots it high and wide.
I couldn't tell if Kyle got a piece of that or not. May have hit off his right shoulder there.
Ekberg directing traffic for Team Saloon, up ahead to Liam Walsh, trying to hit Brendan Walcom. Now he does. Walcom shoots, scores! Brendan Walcom hasn't missed a beat either. His 11th makes it a 2-goal lead for Canes.
We saw a similar goal like that against him last week, right squeaking right under his arm, the blocker side.
Mooney trying to go to the top corner on the far post. No such luck. Conway flags down the long rebound and outlets for Mooney. Now for Logan Cooley. Cooley tracing the left circle for Mooney. Mooney's turnaround shot stopped by McLaughlin, hugging that far post.
Their chemistry together, I've never seen anything like it. They always know where each other is at all times, and they're always putting it right on each other's tape.
Matt Walsh unable to go short side on Veltry. Final minute of first period play. Conway going to the net. And he's poke checked by McLaughlin at the last moment. Gorgeous pass by Coley. They just couldn't finish the play.
It's another great play by Kyle there. It's not easy being able to get your stick out like that when you're going one way. You know he wants to come the other. And there's another one from Boyson.
He double dips that chip. He's got 16, and Canes gets that goal back. Half a minute to play after a brief stoppage. Walcom looking for another one late in the period, and he's stopped this time by Veltry. Loose puck right out in front. Dangerous moment there for Canes defensively. Ekberg forces the turnover. Cross ice for O'Donnell. O'Donnell right circle. Out in front. Had Walcom cutting to the net, but couldn't hit his man. And here comes Pendo with 5 seconds left. Pendo for Gibson. Gibson misplayed that puck, and that'll do it for period 1. With Canes in command by a score of 5-2 over Team Saloon. With Aaron Norkovicus, I'm Matt Popchock. It's Ice Castle Elite 3 versus 3 League Hockey from the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon on TenbandTV. Matt Popchock back with Aaron Norkovicus. Second period of Game 1, Week 6 of 2024 Ice Castle Hockey Elite 3 versus 3 league action from Castle Shannon, Pennsylvania, here on TenbandTV. Team Raising Canes 5, Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon 2. Sean O'Donnell begins period 2 by feeding Liam Walsh, who fires off the goalie stick of Chad Veltry. Veltry. Go ahead, Aaron.
I was just going to say, that was a perfect first period for Canes. They were able to get 5 on the board there and just try to make themselves get as big as lead as possible here.
LJ Mooney was our player of the night for week number 2. Evidently, he wants player of the night for week number 6 so badly he can taste it, as he scored perhaps the goal of the night already in period number 1 for his second of the game and 19th overall in this tournament. Liam Walsh toward goal, and that's a fine how do you do. Might have to withhold my previous comment about goal of the night. That was pretty filthy from Liam, and it's 5-3.
Yeah, he made the goalie think he was maybe going to go around the net there and just pulled that back through his legs. That was a beautiful goal.
Walsh very quickly has 2 goals after going last week with none. Boyson has a couple tonight. Drops for Gibson.
We talked earlier about the chemistry that Logan and LJ had. Oh, wow.
Logan Coley. Think of the children. I mean, I literally didn't see that shot go in, Aaron. I don't know how you did.
That was unbelievable. No chance for Kyle on that one. But what I was saying was we talked about the chemistry that Logan and LJ have, but this first line that Canes have out there of Gibson, Pendo, and Boyson, they've also just been working well, and they find each other as well, just as much as these guys do out here now.
They just have a different confidence, this Canes club, than the other teams, and that's what makes them a fun group to watch, is they have that circus show with Cooley and Mooney, and every time their opponent lands a punch, they land a counter punch offensively of some kind. Here comes Logan Cooley. Cooley upstairs! And McLaughlin has to go downstairs to retrieve it.
These two are just putting on a clinic right now, LJ and Logan. It looks like even with the return of LJ, Logan looks like he's even having more fun out there and just doing Logan Coley things.
And Logan Coley, even though Canes didn't win the final championship round last week, Coley played really well in both games last week, but you're absolutely right, Aaron. It's just a different feeling with his cousin out there.
You know, I was watching their bench earlier. You know, when LJ's on the bench, he's so animated. He's smiling, talking. He looks like he's having so much fun, and he lightens up the bench, you know, and that does a lot for a team whenever they don't have to feel as much pressure.
Liam Walsh on hat trick watch. Just had a grade A chance there, but couldn't get it past Veltri. Canes with a 4-goal lead, trying to add to it. Here's Boyson shooting wide of McLaughlin. Caden Pendo from his own blue line. Up ahead now for Boyson. Gibson going to the net. He goes there, but Gibson couldn't handle the pass.
This Canes team turns defense into offense so fast. I mean, 2-on-1, miss the net, comes out to the neutral zone. They get right back in on another 2-on-1 with a quick pass.
It's almost like watching an NHL team or a top-tier college team, like a Division I team, scholarship or club, I should qualify.
Oh, yeah. These guys are, you know, a lot of these guys, I mean, Logan and LJ. Logan is an NHLer. LJ will definitely be an NHLer soon, but it's what these guys are. You know, they're all top-level players, and they're definitely letting us know tonight.
Ekberg poke check by Conway at the side of the net. Gritz finds metal but not mesh. Rebound to Sean O'Donnell midway through period 2. Raising Canes, as I said earlier, has reached all 5 championship games week by week in this derby, and they are trying to make it 6 for 6 tonight, and they're on the verge of it, leading 7-3. Mooney dispossessed for a moment. Now Gritz harasses him along the far boards and gets it up to O'Donnell. Quickly played to Mooney, who is in an offside position, however, so he will yield to Ekberg. Ekberg up for Gritz. Alex Gritz centering for O'Donnell. O'Donnell shoots it off the body of Veltri, and it goes wide.
I'm not sure if I'm just seeing things, but Veltri looks like he's a little like shaken up maybe. He's like hunched over a little bit. I'm not sure if something's bothering him or not.
Now Veltri, over 165 minutes played in this event, 417 goals against average, 7 wins out of a possible 10, 2 goalie assists for that matter. So pretty respectable numbers considering the format, but his team has helped him out big time in this one, I think, Aaron.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
oh my goodness, how did
gosh.
Coley get that to go in? He pulls a Mario, or a Sid, we should say, and you can break out the chapeaus for Logan Coley.
That one even threw me off guard. I thought he was going around the net, and he just threw it right off the nameplate of McLaughlin there. And here he comes again. See if he can pull something fancy out on this one.
What will Logan Coley do for an encore? Oh, he'll do that. But Kyle McLaughlin has other ideas.
Kyle's not going to let something like that happen to him.
17 years old, one of the youngest players in this competition on all 4 teams, Kyle McLaughlin, longtime Pittsburgh S-Mark Stars netminder.
Here comes Pendo now. He has a chance.
Pendo, the defenseman to the goal. He's stopped by Kyle McLaughlin. Pendo sitting on that 4-goal total coming into week 6. Long lead pass intended for Liam Walsh. It will be icing against Team Saloon with under 2 minutes to play, and brother Matt is not happy about it.
This may be a penalty shot here for Canes.
Intentional icing is grounds for a penalty shot in this format, and that is exactly what they're rolling. Let's see who takes it. It's Boyson. Ricky Boyson.
They're going to call leaving early here on Saloons. They're not happy about it. I don't think they're happy about the penalty shot call either, because I wonder what they take into consideration with what they consider intentional, because that looked like he's just trying to make a pass and he just overshot it a little bit.
I have been a fan of some of the intentional icing calls that I've seen this summer and not a fan of others. And I will leave it at that, as this goal will not stand. The goal behind Kyle McLaughlin knocked off its moorings as McLaughlin went to his stomach to deny Boyson on the penalty shot attempt.
I believe Kyle would have saved that anyways. Boyson, he was just a little too in close, wouldn't have been able to get that up.
Boyson still on hat trick watch himself in the final minute of play here in game one. So Raising Canes, if they get some help from Tidal Wave Sports, they pretty much lock up that #1 seed going into the playoff event next week. Grits from the side of the net. Oh, that was a clever play, but just couldn't get it to go.
That was a great D play by Pendo, able to block that pass on the 2-on-1. That's never easy, but let's see what they can do now.
Mooney tried to deke out the entire Team Saloon defense and almost did.
That could have been something special right there if he would have gone around that guy.
Grits, poke check by Cooley. 3 seconds left. One more chance for Mooney. One more save for Kyle McLaughlin, but it doesn't matter in the slightest because it was all Raising Canes almost all the time, and winner, winner, chicken finger dinner. They go on to the Week 6 championship round as they defeat Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon by a final score of 8-3. Live coverage of the 2024 Ice Castle Hockey Elite 3 vs. 3 League on TenbandTV is brought to you by Gordo's Tacos and Tequila. If you're in the mood for Mexican food with an emphasis on braised and smoked meats and everything made from scratch, look no further than 131 Shiloh Street on Mount Washington. Gordo's offers a wide variety of juices, seltzers, and adult beverages to wash it down. A happy hour 4 to 6 Monday through Friday. Late night deals 10 to midnight every day. Open noon to midnight daily. Available for online ordering. Follow them on Instagram at Gordos_PGH and make your reservations now at GordosPGH.com. Gordo's Tacos and Tequila. Eat, drink, live. We'll see Team Gordo's next against Team Tidal Wave. He's Aaron Norkovicus. I'm Matt Popchock. More from Castle Shannon in a moment. Well, one top team handled their business in game one. Can the other top team handle their business in game two? Team Gordo's Tacos and Tequila in black against Team Tidal Wave Sports in orange. Game two of week 6, the final regular season week of 2024 Ice Castle Hockey Elite 3 vs. 3 League action here in Castle Shannon on 10 Band TV. He's Aaron Norkovicus of Pitt Johnstown men's Division I club hockey. I am Matt Popchock of TenbandTV Sports. And after the Cooley and Mooney show, now we get an encore perhaps of the Christian Humphreys show from last week.
Oh, yeah, that's all you can hope for, you know. We're out here trying to watch some fun hockey, and that's exactly what Logan and LJ did out there. They looked like they were just out there having a stick time, just pulling out all the tricks they could, and wow, they really did put on a show.
Absolutely fabulous. And Raising Canes will meet the winner of this game in the fourth and final contest, the championship round of Week 6. Christian Humphreys, number 24 for Team Gordo's, 13 goals, 25 points, among the top 5 in the competition in both of those categories. Coming into week number 6, Tyler Murovich, the Gordo's captain, wearing number 72, had tied LJ Mooney for the league lead in goals prior to Mooney's return with 17 coming into tonight.
Doesn't look like we're going to get to see the Tomko-Humphreys connection quite yet as Tomko starts, but Humphreys is on the bench for now.
And it'll be Matt DeMarsico putting it off the blocker of Mason Murovich as the puck goes off the netting and quickly bounces back into play. A brisk start to the second contest here as Murovich plays it in the corner for Xander Kakali. Tyler Murovich nuzzles that nylon 24 seconds in. He has 18 goals now on the summer.
That was a great pass by Kakali there from the point. I mean, most defensemen come down and see that lane and they shoot it, but he found Tyler on the side of the net there and he got it right to him.
Dusty Garagach, former Penguins Cup champion and Montour and Mercyhurst product, trying to feed captain Connor Fedoruk. That wouldn't go. And tipped just wide by Humphreys, the Colorado Avalanche's 2024 7th-round draft choice. Evan Konyan off the skate of Fedoruk. Garagach controlling the rebound deep in his own end.
Already this game doesn't seem like it's going to be as flashy as the first one, but both of these teams coming out strong, having great starts, chances both ways so far.
Adam Muller had a couple of goals last week in the second game for Tidal Wave Sports as Jordan Timmons, the all-time South Fayette scoring champion in the PIHL era, who played hockey for a year at Robert Morris before that program was briefly shut down.
Those are two great saves by Murovich there to start the game. I mean, both of those 2-on-1s, high blocker shots, those are not easy for goalies to read and able to keep them off the board early.
Mahler would have had a yawning net to shoot at had the pass from Timmons been on target. Timmons recovers, goes to the net, forces a save from Mason Murovich, and there is no rebound. Outletted for Humphreys, left wing side. Tyler Love back on defense for Tidal Wave. Going to the net is Konyan, couldn't control it. Humphreys above the right circle. Humphreys with a little spinorama maneuver there, but lost the puck in the process. Humphreys dispossessed by Timmons. Up it comes to Love. Love 1-against-1 with Konyan. A correction, Devin Rorick, who's wearing number 9 this week for Team Gordo's, returning to that team's lineup. Former Upper St. Clair Panther, 2-time Stellar 6 honoree from the Post-Gazette. Evan Bear also back for his team, Tidal Wave Sports, in between the pipes. Makes that save to keep it a 1-0 game early in the first. Counterattacking is DeMarsico. He's hooked from behind. Penalty coming up, and DeMarsico's going to get a chance to tie it on a penalty shot.
This is a big chance here for Tidal Wave, able to tie one here early.
DeMarsico, the Wexford native, invited to Penguins prospect development camp in July. 36 points at Penn State in his first Division I season, playing for Guy Godowski. Top 5 on the team in assists with 19 of those. DeMarsico to the goal. He tucks it around Mason Murovich.
Saw a lot of those Forsberg moves last week. Might see a little bit more tonight.
DeMarsico had a hat trick in his second outing last week for Team Raising Canes, playing for that club. He plays for Tidal Wave tonight, and he's got his 4th goal of the competition to make it 1-1. Here's Rorick, high slot into the logo of Evan Bear.
Not even sure if he saw that. It looked like he reacted after it hit him.
Mason Murovich, by the way, the goals against average front runner coming into week 6, 362 in that column. 7 goalie wins, 2 goalie assists in 163 minutes and change.
I'm not sure everyone understands how hard it is to have a 362 save or goals against average in a 3-on-3 league when it seems like everyone is scoring all the time. That's very impressive.
Mirovic himself, a goalie coach of several years, entering his 6th season, in fact, in that position with the Pittsburgh Predators AAA Travel Club. Tyler Mirovic forces a save from Brother Mason's counterpart, Bear. Mirovic, who has the only Gordo's goal with it one more time, but threw it into a sea of orange shirts. Dusty Garagach collects it for Team Tidal Wave Sports, which changes on the fly. Timmons steps onto the ice, but it's taken over by Mirovic. Lead pass intended for Tomko.
Oh, Tomko almost got that. Oh, that
Callous play,
bad.
indeed, made by Bear. And Tomko had 5 points in his debut week last Thursday night, so you want to keep that puck away from him as Timmons is stopped by the blocker of Mason Mirovic.
If I'm a shooter right now for Tidal Wave, I'm definitely staying away from that blocker side of Mirovic. He's knocking down everything.
A much more tight contest with under 3 minutes to go in period 1 of game 2. Humphreys trying to put on a show here for the young'uns, but couldn't find the net.
That was similar to the LJ goal that we saw earlier. Same move under the stick, just wasn't able to get that in.
Xander Kakali staying all the way with Jordan Timmons up the boards. Timmons stays onside and creates space. Timmons shooting wide off the glass behind Mason Mirovic. Xander outletting for Kanyan. Humphreys open on the left side. He goes there. Humphreys to the goal. Score! Oh, that was perverse, Christian Humphreys.
He even faked me out with that move. I thought he was going to cut back across the crease, and it looked like the goalie did as well, and he cut back to his backhand real fast.
Lucky number 14 on the summer for the pride of Peters Township.
That could have been costly there. It looked like that puck just slid under the stick there, and Tidal Wave almost capitalized.
Tidal Wave, well, the scoreboard suggests they're playing a much more disciplined game, but Team Gordo certainly has had its chances to break it open. Bear making some big saves in this first period to try and help Tidal Wave snap this 6-game skid that they're on. Rorik to the boards. Humphreys back to center. Reversing to Rorik. Rorik right wing circle. Devin Rorik poke check by Bear. Good turnover forced there by Mirovic. Back to Devin Rorik. Tyler Mirovic, left wing circle.
Almost made a man fall there with that move.
Up high to Nick Kakali. Kakali through a crowd. That deflected just wide. Rorik has the rebound. Final minute of first period play. Gordo's up by 1. Nick Kakali, who leads the league in assists with 17. Only has 1 goal in the competition, but 17 assists. Great puck moving D-man, pardon me, as Bear has to make another save at the far post.
That's a great save there. Tomko tried going 5-hole on him, and he was able to seal that real quick. Another bad bounce for Tidal Wave, though.
It's forced up ahead by Mirovic. Tomko unable to feed it back to Mirovic. 2-on-1 for Tidal Wave. Mahler, Fedoruk trying to get it over to Mahler. It was deflected wide. Good break up there by Tomko. And Tomko has Mirovic ahead of the play. Tyler Mirovic to the goal. Just wide. Mirovic unable to bury the rebound.
Mirovic, one of those players, he has such good hands. It's a little surprising to see him shoot that there with how good he can stick handle. We saw it last week with some of the breakaway goals he had, and he can really make some moves.
One last chance for Tidal Wave with Fedoruk running out of room. 1 second left. He's got to hurry, and time will run out with Team Gordo's Tacos and Tequila leading Team Tidal Wave Sports 2-1 through 1. He's Aaron Norkovicus. I'm Matt Popchock. It's Ice Castle Hockey 3-versus-3 Elite League action from Castle Shannon on TenbandTV. Now, Team Gordo's had won all 3 meetings going into tonight against Team Tidal Wave. Last time they faced off against one another, Conyan Humphreys and Nick Kakali combined for 15 points as a trio, with Gordo's winning in dominant fashion. Gordo's in a tight battle, though, this time with Tidal Wave Sports, leading 2-1 as period 2 is a go from the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon, game 2 of week 6. The final regular season night here in our special summer showcase event on TenbandTV. Matt Popchock and Aaron Norkovikas of Pitt Johnstown Men's Hockey on board once again on TenbandTV. Adam Mahler of the Mino Minotauros dropping for Connor Fedoruk. Speaking of Null talent, and Mason Mirovic a bit shaken up by that shot, and an injury timeout called as Mirovic, the younger of the Miroviches, I should say, has to take a moment to recover.
Looked like his strap also popped off there. You know, when goalies get hit in the chin, those buckles on the side, they just pop right off. But it's never a good feeling, Campy. He has, his ears are definitely going to be ringing for a little bit there.
And Mason has played remarkably, as we've said, in this event for Team Gordo's, and certainly would be an unwelcome sight to see anything happen to him. And he's talking to his brother Tyler and his Gordo's teammates, as well as with this USA Hockey crew. And we've seen a couple of goalie equipment issues tonight, which is a little bizarre after having not really seen any.
Yeah, it's not something that happens very often, but always a little bit scary when it does happen because you never know if they're hurt or not.
Mirovic won against the world, and the drop pass for Humphreys was Aaron. Humphreys needs to be careful and hurry back, and he's overtaken by DeMarsico. DeMarsico, right wing circle, scored on a penalty shot in period 1. Tries to fake out Mirovic and does. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Matt DeMarsico.
That was a beautiful move by DeMarsico. Had the goalie on his stomach and just tucked it in, tiny area.
Tyler Mirovic looking to part the proverbial Red Sea, or Orange Sea, as the case might be. Lost the puck in the process. Gordo still on the forecheck here in a 2-2 game, early second period. Out in front to Tyler Mirovic. Burial. Number 19 for the godfather of IC hockey.
I'm not too sure what happened there defensively. They just lost him, let him stand right there in the slot. Definitely never want to let anyone stand there, let alone tie.
And fortunately, Mason seems to be no worse for the wear as he makes a loud save, followed by another stop on newcomer Cohen Belsterling. Here comes Will Tomko for Gordo's, 2-on-1 with Rorik. Rorik firing wide. Conyan seeks the rebound.
Too many. Oh, they're going to get away with it. They had 4 guys on the ice there.
A 2-on-none, meanwhile, for Tidal Wave Sports, and an easy tap-in goal for Jordan Timmons. That's his second of the tournament, and that's a big break for Team Tidal Wave.
Yeah, no chance for Mirovic there in that.
Timmons is one of those players who's had a ton of opportunities throughout this competition, but has been really snake-bit. Again, only his 3rd goal, but you could argue that he deserves so many more than just 3, as Conyan puts that off the wrist of Evan Bear.
You know, that's the frustrating part about hockey. You know, sometimes you feel like you deserve way more, and it just doesn't always go your way.
Nick Kakali over the attacking line, dropping for Conyan. Conyan, right circle, out in front, deflected wide by Nick Kakali.
I think he may have got a stick on, the goalie may have got a stick on that to break that up last second.
That's a remarkable stop by Bear, if that is indeed the case. Humphreys with 4.5 to go in the second period. 3-3 the score. Christian Humphreys, side of the net, one-timer put wide by Conyan. And I think Timmons might have got a piece of that, and Conyan's going to get tagged here, and Team Tidal Wave is going to get its second penalty shot chance of the game. Adam Mahler in the delayed penalty situation has this puck for Tidal Wave.
I'm not sure if you caught that there, but that Tidal Wave player just sauced the puck from his butt from behind the net to the red line. That's pretty incredible.
It's been a night for the incredible in Castle Shannon, both games And it's far from over. We still got a consolation and championship contest to go, folks. This time, Connor Fedorik will take the penalty shot for Tidal Wave. Fedorik makes his move. He's scores! Oh, it just snuck under the stick of Mason Murovich, who for a heartbeat I thought had made a dazzling save with a stick.
I thought he had that as well. Must have definitely hit it. Must have just snuck in there.
Tidal Wave has the lead with 3.5 to go.
It's got to be big for the confidence of Tidal Wave. They've had their chances this game, just haven't been able to get many. Now they got the lead here. Let's see if they can hold on to it.
Humphrey's shot is deflected out of play. Kakali out in front. Tyler Murovich flips it on goal, and Bear has it somehow.
It's a hard save to make right there. When they're standing right in front of you, just stick handling back and forth, you never know where they're going to go.
Evan Bear's a big boy between those pipes. Playing against tall goaltenders, I would imagine, is no fun if you're a skater.
Oh no, their legs are so long. They're able to get across so fast. They just take up so much net as well.
Humphreys looking for an equalizer for Gordos late in the second period. 1 against 3, dropping for Nick Kakali. Kakali off the body of newcomer Belsterling. Belsterling flying through center over the blue line for Tidal Wave. Belsterling from the boards for Fedorik. Fedorik, who had that go-ahead penalty shot for Tidal Wave moments ago. Knocked off the puck by Nick Kakali. Tomko kicks it up to Kakali, who sends it up to Christian Humphreys' left wing side. Gordos making a change behind the play. Tomko cutting toward the net. Humphreys makes his move. Humphreys for Xander Kakali. He misses the net.
One thing I've noticed about Humphreys in this game is comparing him to someone like LJ. LJ likes to make his space by making moves. Humphreys, he makes his space with his edges and his ability to skate. His edge work is so incredible, and he's able to make a lot of space because of it.
The hockey gods giveth and the hockey gods taketh away. Fedorik, who scored on a penalty shot, is now himself penalized for getting a little overzealous on the check, and now Devin Rourke gets a penalty shot of his own. Rourke makes good on that attempt, and we've got a 4-4 hockey game with 1.5 minutes left. Rourke's 4th of the tournament. DeMarsico flying off-balance shot is blocked. Konyan reels it in for Team Gordos. His lead pass broken up by DeMarsico at center ice. DeMarsico overskating this time. Here's Tomko.
That's a great play by Tomko.
Right wing circle missing the net. And that puck actually went out of play. So we'll get a puck thrown back into play quickly with 1 minute left in regulation time.
That's a big save there, because we're getting to the point now where next goal could be the winner there. So any save at this point is big, but on Tomko nonetheless, can't ask much more from your goalie.
DeMarsico one-on-one with Konyan. DeMarsico with a little space now, but that space disappears rapidly. Timmins had a little trouble playing that puck, but still gets it to Mahler. Good defensive work there by Konyan. DeMarsico alone in front, fan on the shot. Big break there for Gordos with 1/2 minute to play. Konyan with Tomko wanting to come off. Konyan now backed up by Nick Kakali. Kakali behind the net for Murovich. Murovich, 15 seconds left to Nick Kakali. To Konyan. Evan Konyan, left wing circle. Tyler Murovich shooting it off Bear. 8 seconds. Murovich with it one more time. Wraparound try denied again by Bear. DeMarsico trying to play this puck carefully. And so 2 periods not enough. To overtime we go. Team Tidal Wave looking for its first win in 7 contests. Team Gordos, last week's champion.
This game's not nearly as high scoring as the first one, but seems like there's a lot more defensive breakdowns on each team. A lot of guys being left alone in the high slot area. Definitely can't do that in overtime. Everyone's got to get their man and stay on them.
And again, we'll play 3 minutes non-stop until we get a goal from either side. And the teams will switch sides for the overtime. In week 1, 3 of the 4 games on the night went to or beyond overtime. It's been a while since we've had an OT contest. Gordos has been in a few already.
Humphreys out here going to start. He, probably knows right now that he has the chance to end this quick. He's going to probably try to do that here.
He's out there with the captain, Tyler Murovich, and defenseman Xander Kakali. Tidal wave starting with DeMarsico, Timmons, and Garagach.
They're going to look to get this puck right to Humphreys. And there he goes.
He's across the attacking line for Team Gordos. Overtime underway. Christian Humphreys, 1 against 2. Defers to Xander Kakali. Kakali trying to outrace Garagach out in front of Murovich. Cross ice. Humphreys off the side of the post.
Tidal wave's keeping 2 people on Humphreys right now. They definitely don't want to give him the chance to end this. He almost did right there.
Timmons' shot is blocked by Kakali. It bounces right to Garagach, but underneath his stick. Lead pass to Humphreys. Humphreys trying to get around to Marsico. Cuts to the cage. Bear freezes it.
That almost snuck in there. That was a great move by Humphreys to be able to get that on net at all.
So Team Tidal Wave dodges the bullet early in OT, and it's a fresh unit out there for Gordos. Nick Kakali, Evan Konyan, Will Tomko.
Tidal Wave's not going to get a chance to breathe out here. You go right from Humphreys to Tomko.
Fedoruk, Love, and Mahler, the trio out here for Team Tidal Wave Sports. Fedoruk has it. He gave Tidal Wave the lead late in regulation on a penalty shot. Love off the side of the net. It comes to Konyan. Konyan through center ice. Konyan kicks it to himself. From an angle, glove save Bear. Tomko retrieves in the corner as we approach the midpoint of overtime. Tomko from the high slot area. Peels back. Tomko looking for an avenue. Goes to Konyan. Good puck possession here by Gordos, but they have to reset now as Tomko comes beyond the blue line. Nick Kakali, 1 against 3. Rorik, the last man to come on for Gordos. Kakali behind the net. And he gives that puck up to Fedoruk. Fedoruk down the left wing, and a chance possibly for Mahler. Mahler to the goal. Save made, Mason Murovich. Took away the near post. Lead pass to Tyler Murovich. Murovich against Belsterling. Peels back. Final minute of overtime. Cross ice pass. Xander Kakali to the boards for Murovich. Back to Xander Kakali. He flips it around Belsterling. Now for Rorik. Devin Rorik for Xander Kakali, for Tyler Murovich. Cross ice. Xander Kakali fans on it.
Tidal Wave player may have got a stick on there last second. I'm not too sure.
Centering pass for Kakali. Through traffic. Bear doesn't know where it is. Gordo still has it. Up to Kakali. Centering pass. Turnaround shot. Murovich stopped by Bear. And it's put in! Xander Kakali puts on the cape with 12 ticks to talk.
Wow, all those chances, and it's a poke check off of the defender's stick that beats them. You know he's going to want that one back.
And it's jolly good for the Coventry Blaze alternate captain. He's played pro hockey in England, and he's played some pretty nice hockey for Team Gordos, which takes the win in overtime over Team Tidal Wave Sports by a final score of 5-4. So our championship game tonight will be a familiar matchup. The top 2 teams again, Team Raising Cane's against Team Gordos. And the consolation game, which comes up after the ice cut, will be Team Tidal Wave Sports against the designated home team, Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon. And before we go to break, we want to remind you that live coverage of Ice Castle Hockey Elite 3 vs. 3 League on TenbandTV is brought to you by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Located at 5th and Atwood in Oakland, off Route 30 in North Versailles, and on Millers Run Road in South Fayette, Raising Cane's serves only the highest quality, craveable chicken finger meals because it's their one love. Their crew makes it happen, their culture makes it unique, and you, the community, make it all worthwhile. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers supports over 30,000 community organizations specializing in education, pet care, self-care, and more. Visit raisingcanes.com for locations, hours, and menus. Follow them on social media at Raising Canes and at the Clairton Boulevard location in Pleasant Hills tomorrow afternoon from 1 to 2:30. Players from Team Raising Canes will be on hand. Meet Logan Coley, LJ Mooney, and other members of their Elite League squad. He's Aaron Norkovicus. I'm Matt Popchock, and we'll talk to you on the other side here from Ice Castle.
Hey there, hockey fans! You already know TenbandTV can stream live regional sports. But did you know you can also stream the best of the local music scene as well? Music from the 412 is live and streaming 24/7 on TenbandTV. Watch music videos, concerts, and original programming free from the comfort of your couch. Featuring the best of music and artists from Pittsburgh and Western PA. Tune in today.
Humphreys trying to get up ahead of the defense for Team Gordos, out to a 1-0 lead. Conyon, watch closely, down low for Humphreys. Humphreys from an angle, misses McLaughlin. Humphreys, right wing circle. Out in front it comes, and over the bar from the stick of Conyon. Good cycle here by Gordos. All alone is Humphreys, but he fans on the attempted shot. He gets it back, and he tucks it in anyway.
It's that same move that Boyson tried in the first game that he wasn't too successful on, but Humphreys was able to get it there.
He's so good, he's even failing upward. Humphreys recovers and easily taps it past McLaughlin to double the advantage for Gordos. Christian Humphreys' 9th goal of the competition. Team Gordos trying to eat, drink, and be merry and advance to the championship round for the second time in 3 weeks as Humphreys nuzzles that nylon for a second time. And it's 3-1 in favor of the boys in black over Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon. And a beautiful rip, for that matter, by Pelosic. That was fading away, and you can break out the chapeaus for Christian Humphreys, baby. He gets it right back just like that. And now Team Saloon will call the lone time.
Oh, I'm excited for this one. We get to see Coley versus Humphreys, two of the NHL players. Well, Humphreys not quite yet, but two really good young players, and it's going to be another good one. These two teams played really well in their respective games, so hopefully we can see a lot of goals in this one.
We were talking about this off the air, and I think you might be onto something. I wonder if other NHL teams might have underestimated Christian Humphreys, because he's looked awfully good throughout this event.
Yeah, I mean, just from being able to, I've seen him play before he was drafted in other leagues, and he's so fast, he's so skilled with the puck, but if I'm a Colorado fan, I'm definitely excited for him.
Could not. Humphreys trapped in the corner by DeMarsico. Humphreys edge of the left circle. Just on is Kanyan. Kanyan, bar down. 2-1 Gordos. Kanyan from above the right circle. Down low to Humphreys. Humphreys in tight. Slips it between the wickets of Chad Veltri.
Right around the poke check, right through the 5-hole. Doesn't get prettier than that.
Coley, as we've said ad nauseum, is the one that everybody's coming to see, but it's Humphreys, the other perhaps future NHLer who's stealing the show.
Yeah, that's what it's about, you know. He's making a name for himself, so every play matters, you know.
Has scored 4 unanswered goals, and they did this in the first game of the entire event too. Back in week 1, they came from 3 goals down in the second period and eventually won in overtime over Team Gordos thanks to Justin Gibson. One-timer in front, Alex Kakali makes it 5-aside.
Humphreys again, so calm with that puck. Found that dude perfectly through the slot.
Humphreys and his line mates were absolutely on fire for Gordos last week. He was playing on a line frequently with Kanyan and Nick Kakali, and those 3 combined for 15 points in the consolation game. Stopped by Mason Mirovic. Lead pass to Humphreys, and that should do it. You can warm up the bus and start pouring those adult beverages at Gordos Tacos and Tequila. They will be your Week 5 Elite League champion.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Hey, I'm Tyler Kennedy, 2009 Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup champion here, and trust me, I know what it's like to play to the max. That's why I recommend the patented Heads Up Sports Training System, improving reaction time and your spatial awareness with this dynamic training system all at your fingertips. Train smarter with endless applications for any position. It's that simple. HeadsUpSTS.com. Play with your head up.
Fine alert, Mason Mirovic. Humphreys, right wing circle, hits the brakes. Humphreys just trying to protect that puck now as the extra man comes on, and that man is Alex Kakali. His 3rd of the competition, and the other Kakali makes it a 5-3 game. Another ECHL veteran like Tyler Mirovic, Alex Kakali. Florida, Quad City, Fort Wayne, and Orlando. Alex Kakali behind the cage. Kakali on his backhand for Rorik. Try to slip it back to Kakali, no such luck. Kanyan with it. Left circle for Kakali. Burial! Alex Kakali ties it at 2. 1:41 in a period 2. Good poke check by Alex Kakali to spring Amanda Kessel just on for Gordos. Centering pass. Rorik's one-timer denied by Veltri. Veltri can control it. It's put home! Thank you, sir. May I have another? Alex Kakali completing a monster shift. And the ECHL veteran has given Gordos its 2nd lead of the game. Another multi-goal game for the future University of Minnesota commit as Tyler Mirovic easily converts the one-time feed from Alex Kakali, who's having a whale of a second period. Gordos right back in front just like that. Live coverage of the 2024 Ice Castle Hockey Elite 3 vs. 3 League on TenbandTV is brought to you by Tidal Wave Sports. Get ready for the new wave of sports design as Tidal Wave brings you the best in custom jerseys, apparel, marketing materials, and more. Let's face it, if you want to succeed in business or if you want to succeed on the ice, you have to dress for success. When you turn to the dedicated staff at Tidal Wave, they will make sure your business or organization looks its best well in action, in the community, or online. Ride the wave of excellence at TidalWaveSports.com. Follow them on social media at Tidal Wave Sports. Quality, passion, pride. That's Tidal Wave Sports, the official uniform supplier of the United States Hockey League. Team Tidal Wave Sports in orange on display one last time in regular season action tonight. Consolation game of Week 6 against the team in light brown, Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon. And if you're at the Saloon of Mount Lebanon as I speak, thank you for watching. With Aaron Norkovicus, I'm Matt Popchock, and we're back to action in tonight's penultimate game. Team Tidal Wave scores as they move the puck from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device. You go, Jordan Timmons. 1-0 Tidal Wave.
They got to be feeling good after that one. As it started early last game, they weren't able to get much going for them. To be able to score 4 seconds into the start of this one, it's a weight lifted off their shoulders.
And a bitter pill to swallow in Game 2, losing to Gordos in overtime, as they did earlier this summer. Fedoruk takes a drop pass, and the captain makes it happen. Tidal Wave on a mission, scoring twice in the game's first 40 seconds. Johnny McDonald over the attacking line. Thought about going back to Walcom, who was trailing the play. Instead, he'll keep it himself for a while. Now he goes to Walcom, right wing circle. McDonald, near side. Through some traffic. One-on-one against Timmons, goes to Sean O'Donnell. Now back to Johnny McDonald, the Cannonsburg native and former Cannon McMillan Big Mac. Walcom down low for O'Donnell. O'Donnell trying to drag it out in front and fire it in one fell swoop. Has to retrieve the puck in the corner instead. Garagach takes over defensively. Lead pass to Mahler. Mahler out in front, tries to drag it around McLaughlin, who committed a little too early, but Mahler lost the puck at literally the last second.
That was a great pass there, just a little bouncy on him, hitting the ice. He wasn't able to control all of it.
DeMarsico, who played well in defeat for a Tidal Wave, to Garagach, who puts it off the side of the net. Garagach couldn't dangle it through Ekberg. Some D-man on D-man action in the far corner as this lead pass is broken up, intended for Liam Walsh. Another good play, this time on the back check by DeMarsico.
Stuff like that has just been what's plaguing this Tidal Wave team. All these chances, just not being able to finish them. You would hope that doesn't come back to bite them later on in the game.
And Garagach has had quite a few this summer as this puck is knocked aside by McLaughlin. Garagach, a skilled shot blocker with the Mercyhurst program, as he enters his senior season of Division I hockey.
Tidal Wave just getting some possession time here, just trying to keep it away from Team Saloon here. Kill as much clock as you can while in the offensive zone.
Out in front it comes. Belsterling trying to go to Love for the one-timer. That misfired. Team Tidal Wave still holding that 2-0 advantage as Liam Walsh drives the net. Right wing circle. Walsh to the corner for Alex Gritz. A little surprised that brother Matt isn't out here as part of that trio for Team Saloon, but in any event, here does come Matt Walsh. Driving the net as Alex Gritz plays it in the corner, dropping it back for McDonald. McDonald shooting wide of goal. Tyler Love, far corner, from his own zone out to center. The Moon Township native, right wing circle, dispossessed for a moment by McDonald. Given away to Timmons. Timmons to the cage. Timmons one too many moves there. Timmons got the scoring started for Tidal Wave. Go ahead, Aaron.
I was just going to say, the puck looks like it's sticking a little bit. The ice might be a little wet still from that from the ice cut there. Looks like it's already caught Tidal Wave off guard twice now in the O-zone.
It's pushed to the boards, out of reach of Fedoruk, but Timmons reels it in. Timmons to the goal, and it is off the arm of McLaughlin, and Timmons gets his own rebound back. This time off the skate of Matt Walsh. Timmons just can't buy that second goal as O'Donnell brings it across the attacking line for Team Saloon midway through the first period. Draw pass to Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh trying to go out in front for O'Donnell, who entered this week with 8 goals for Team Saloon. Garagach, right wing side. Cross ice feed for Mahler, in front for Garagach, deflected just wide. 2-line pass for Walcom, perhaps. No, O'Donnell fanned on the attempted pass, actually. Intercepted by Garagach. Nice move there by the former PIHL All-Star, and he shoots it wide.
These chances, some of them, they gotta be able to put some of these in here, because this Saloons team is not going to be held off the board long.
It's taken away by Ekberg. Near side O'Donnell, up to Walcom. Brendan Walcom, right circle. Near side Ekberg puts it just wide. O'Donnell tied up immediately by Fedoruk. Fedoruk had the second goal in this consolation contest for Tidal Wave. Out it comes to Garagach. Garagach has a man going to the net, and it's put just wide, just beyond the reach perhaps of DeMarsico. Evan Bear leaving his net to play that puck, and does so deftly around Walcom.
Thankfully, we didn't see what we saw earlier when he came out to play it against Tomko with that turnover that almost led to a goal. He was able to make a good play there.
DeMarsico from an angle with an impressive-looking shot, but an easy save for Kyle McLaughlin. McLaughlin fumbling this puck on the follow-up by DeMarsico, which goes wide. Matt DeMarsico really making his presence felt in his first 2 weeks of participating in this competition. Welcome toward the goal. McDonald unable to tap it in.
Yeah, DeMarsico, he's a very creative player. He's pulling out a lot of tricks. I thought that one went in there for a second, but he makes great plays with the puck, as we saw right there with that pass.
Belsterling very nearly had his first goal of the competition. Under 2 to go in the first period. Lead pass for Walcom. Walcom unable to settle down that bouncing disc. Near side.
If I'm the Saloons team here, I'm telling each other on the bench, the Tidal Wave goalie is very big, but he doesn't, bad bounce there in front. But he doesn't seem like he's moving side to side, so if I was them, I'd get that puck moving south or east-west in the O-zone.
Meanwhile, the net behind Kyle McLaughlin was doing a little east-west action, so this USA hockey crew has to adjust it as play continues. Approaching the final minute of first period play, here's Alex Gritz. Gritz to the goal. He's stick-checked from behind by Timmons, who's had a really strong period for Tidal Wave.
That was a great stick by Timmons in there.
And a home run pass to Mahler, who puts it off the chest of McLaughlin. Mahler, nobody home for that pass. He just sends it to the boards, but Timmons does get there eventually. Timmons splits the D, goes on goal, and McLaughlin has it again.
Since those first two, McLaughlin has looked very locked in.
Lead pass now for Matt Walsh. Walsh with 40 seconds to go in the period. Up top for Johnny McDonald. Snap pass broken up by Fedoruk, and a 2-on-none potentially for Tidal Wave. He's just able to get it up to Mahler, and Mahler shoots off McLaughlin's glove as the S-Mark Stars standout makes himself big.
That play right there just symbolizes how it's been for Tidal Wave in this game. Could have been a 2-on-0, but he loses an edge there.
Tidal Wave, nevertheless, still holding the 2-goal advantage as Garagach tries to add to it in the final seconds of this first period. He's ridden out of the play by McDonald. From an angle, he fires off McLaughlin, who has to reset the net. That shot blocked from behind by Gritz off the stick of DeMarsico as the period ends. Team Tidal Wave Sports 2, Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon nothing in this Week 6 consolation game. With Aaron Orkovickas, I'm Matt Popchock. It's live coverage of the 2024 Ice Castle Hockey Elite 3 vs. 3 League on TenbandTV. Second period action in this Week 6 consolation game is underway with Team Tidal Wave Sports leading Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon by a 2-0 score. Goals by Jordan Timmons and Connor Fedoruk, and nearly won right off the first shift of period 2 by Matthew DeMarsico, playing for his second different team in as many weeks. With Aaron Norkovicus, I'm Matt Popchock back here at the trackside rink inside the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon, Pennsylvania. Timmons' snapshot finds metal but not mesh, and finds some of the netting behind Kyle McLaughlin, for that matter. Sean O'Donnell on his backhand, out in front for Walcom. A good poke check there by DeMarsico. He's doing all the little things right in this one. And now DeMarsico to the side of the net was trying to go to Garagach, but it was broken up by McDonald and company. Liam Walsh and Brendan Walcom 2-on-1. Liam fans on the attempted pass, now centers it for Ekberg. Ekberg caught up from behind by Tyler Love and gives Ekberg a little love tap. 2-on-none for Tidal Wave. DeMarsico. Belsterling stopped by Kyle McLaughlin. My goodness.
That was great patience by Kyle there. It's not something you see out of every 17-year-old goalie, but he did not bite at all.
The former Seneca Valley Raider still trying to get on the score sheet in his debut appearance in this summer showcase event. Cohen Belsterling. And it's been a tough second game for Team Saloon, but still very much in it, with Tidal Wave unable to find that extender as McLaughlin makes a flashy save at the far post.
McLaughlin's doing everything he can right now to keep Team Saloon in this. They got to get one for him.
And let's give Evan Bear some credit. He's been dialed in, and I spoke too soon. Carter Ekberg finally makes the donut disappear for Team Saloon, but again, by and large, Bear has been really good in this second game for Team Tidal Wave.
Both goalies have been. It's been a battle of the goalies so far.
Carter Ekberg, just his third of the competition. A former state champion, won 10 years ago with Rick Tingle in Peters Township, as Sean O'Donnell goes bar down.
Team Saloon, they have a little fan section over here to our left.
Inside the first 2.5 minutes of period 2, it's 2-2. Team Saloon right back in it. Fedoruk to the cage. Fedoruk makes his move. McLaughlin the save. And the cheers getting louder for number 20 in light brown. McLaughlin, we saw him in that first week, way back at the beginning of July, stood on his head for as long as he could in that marathon shootout, which was finally won by Raising Canes. Tyler Love gets no love from the 17-year-old as it's sent up ahead for Sean O'Donnell. O'Donnell snaps it in! 3 unanswered, and the floodgates have opened behind Evan Bear.
Just like I was saying earlier, they were able to get one, and they come piling in. This is where those all those chances for Tidal Wave, they would like to have some of them go in there.
The Popchock jinx is still very much alive as far as the goaltenders are concerned. I think I owe Evan Bear a drink at the Saloon of Mount Lebanon afterward, but that's a different discussion. Bear makes this save. It was a good one. You're right, Aaron. Liam Walsh, who's played for one of the most decorated Division I college programs in the country at Northeastern after transferring into that program. Of course, you've heard of the Beanpot competition that all the Massachusetts and Boston teams play in at the end of the year. Northeastern won that with Walsh on the team this past season. Always a big deal in that part of the country. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I was just about to say the same thing you said. It's a big deal there. All those teams in Boston, they're all very competitive with each other, and all really good hockey teams.
Most importantly, it's great to see Walsh off IR, which was a big derailment to the end of his proper hockey season. Now he's back in the uniform of his club here. Team Saloon leading 3-2 with 3.5 left in period 2. Trying to get at least a point out of week 6 here before next week's special playoff event. And we'll have that for you next Thursday night, August 15th, beginning at 6 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time right here at the Ice Castle, live on TenbandTV. Walcom on goal. Good save by Bear. Trying to redeem himself and get Tidal Wave back in it with still some time to play. Garagach dropping for Mahler. For Garagach, back to Adam Mahler. Mahler couldn't handle it. Out in front it comes. And McLaughlin has it.
Keep coming back to the fact that he's only 17 years old. I know we say it a lot, but it's just so hard to believe with how well he plays and how calm he looks.
161 lifetime games in the uniform of the Pittsburgh S-Mark Stars. 230 career goals against, 909 save percentage, 73 wins as a travel goalie, unofficially. Alex Gritz.
Teams, they play good players, good teams.
And Gravy, Alex Gritz. 4-2 Team Saloon. 2:20 remaining. And the arrow is pointing up on Alex Gritz as McLaughlin makes another save off his glove and tries to outlet it to McDonald. Tyler Love is going to get there first defensively for Tidal Wave. 4 unanswered goals to none in this second period for Team Saloon. Wraparound try off the stick of Belsterling, denied by McLaughlin.
McLaughlin went to the full splits to get that one.
Timmons from an angle, out in front, plays it to himself, shoots off McLaughlin and knocked aside by McDonald. Johnny Mack not standing on ceremony. Tyler Love. Final minute and a half, net empty down to our right. Tidal Wave skating 4 against 3, and they score! Adam Mahler makes it a 1-goal affair.
Tidal Wave goalie's going to rush back here to get in.
And so Bear returns. Saloon has this puck, leading by a goal now. Johnny McDonald, wide of the crease. Sean O'Donnell for McDonald.
McLaughlin's still on one, just getting up now. He must be, he's looking really tired down there.
Bear coming off at the other end as McLaughlin plays that like a fly ball. Under a minute to go.
Empty net again for Tidal Wave.
Sean O'Donnell gonna try and hit that target.
That should be, no.
It hit off something on its way in. This crew immediately waving off what would have been an icing call. Timmons' shot is blocked. Half a minute to play. Fedoruk with it. Fedoruk for Garagach. Garagach to Timmons. Timmons to Garagach. Works it around to Fedoruk. Fedoruk snaps it high off the glass. It stays in play with 15 seconds left. Timmons down low for DeMarsico. DeMarsico with 10 to go. 9 seconds. Tidal Wave's got to hurry. 4 against 3. Fedoruk waits, watches, down low Garagach. Garagach tucks it in before the buzzer, and will go to overtime for the second game in a row.
Wow. McLaughlin tried going for the poke check there and got caught just like up on his feet a little bit. He was able to reach right around him. That was a beautiful goal.
Garagach finally able to finish one. He gets his 5th of the competition, and it's a big one because it forces overtime in this consolation game.
Back-to-back overtimes.
The regular season will not go quietly into that good night. We're going to play a little more bonus hockey before our main event, the Week 6 championship round between Team Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers and defending champion Team Gordo's Tacos and Tequila. Here it's 4-4, entering sudden victory hockey between Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon and Team Tidal Wave Sports. And what a shift that was at the end with the extra skater by Team Tidal Wave. Just great execution.
They were real patient with the puck. You know, sometimes in those situations, teams, they just start throwing everything on net because they panic. But they did not panic there. They waited until they had the right shot, and they capitalized on it.
Over on the home bench, you see Jared Toddhunter doing what he does best. Photograph Sports. Follow him on social media at Toddhunter Productions, at Toddhunter Prods, P-R-O-D-S, on Twitter. His surname is spelled T-O-D-H-U-N-T-E-R, if you're wondering. Great to see Jared back in the building one more time. And overtime is underway. McDonald, Liam Walsh, Brendan Walcom, the trio for Saloon. Fedoruk, Garagach, and DeMarsico on for Tidal Wave, and DeMarsico catches up to this puck just barely onside.
could have been a breakaway there, but that puck just did not want to sit with him.
DeMarsico on his forehand, in on McLaughlin, who just gets a piece and hangs on.
Marsko almost threw that one in off of Saloon player.
I'm not so sure that wasn't by design.
You never know with how creative these players are nowadays.
Liam Walsh unable to tuck it around Bear. Two pretty good-looking chances for both teams to begin the OT session. Fedoruk covered in the corner by Walcom. Up top for Garagach. Garagach side of the net, DeMarsico. DeMarsico cross ice off the skate of Garagach. This puck to the corner one more time. McDonald reverses it to Walcom.
It's a good first shift by Tidal Wave here, all over them.
Team Saloon changing on the fly. Alex Gritz up over the attacking line. Ekberg just on, takes this puck. Overskated it for a fleeting moment. But Saloon has it along the half wall. Gritz once again. O'Donnell sneaking on for Team Saloon midway through the OT. Ekberg off wing in front. Bouncing around, it's loose in front of Bear and pinballed off Bear as it comes all the way out to Gritz, and Gritz almost dragged that puck offside.
Oh, Tidal Wave again with the four guys on the ice. They've been getting away with it today.
Tyler Love leading it for Timmins. Timmins down the right side. Turning to his forehand, it's blocked by O'Donnell. And good break up there by Mahler. Otherwise, O'Donnell would have had a breakaway possibly.
That was a great play. Great hand-eye coordination. Smacked that right out of the air.
Love's backhander off the boards all the way back to center for Belsterling. Belsterling, right circle, toe drag, blocker save, Kyle McLaughlin. And Walsh goes down. A penalty shot in overtime with 38 ticks to talk.
Game on his stick. Let's see what he can do with it.
A trip deep in the attacking zone. An offensive zone penalty results in a penalty shot.
Mahler's going to give his teammate here a little boost on the back check with his stick.
Matt Walsh to take it. Can he win it for Team Saloon? Stopped by Evan Bear.
Great patience by Bear not to bite first there and seal the 5-hole.
Like Joey Juneau on Kenny Reggett in that epic Pens Caps game in '96. Tried to go 5-hole. Goaltender wasn't having it.
Tidal Wave here has possible. Oh, I was going to say they have could have the last chance here, but I guess not.
13 seconds left in OT. O'Donnell for McDonald. McDonald through a crowd. Bear didn't know where that puck was. It's played out in front. Evan Bear will cover it. And for just the second time in this competition, and for the first time since the Week 1 championship round, we will head possibly to a sudden victory shootout. 3 seconds remaining. Lead pass for Garagach. It's off his skate, and that's just what we'll do.
What a game this one has been. Chances both ways. Both goalies just keeping their teams in it.
And again, this is not a conventional shootout per se. It is a sudden victory format. Think extra innings in professional baseball or any sort of organized baseball game. The last time we had one of these, it went 9 rounds long, and Kyle McLaughlin was involved, taking a tough loss to Chad Veltri and Team Raising Canes.
With how good he's been, I don't know if any of these Tidal Wave shooters are going to be able to beat him.
Well, Matt DeMarsico's had some pretty silky hands since appearing in this event for the first time for Team Raising Canes last week, and he'll shoot first for Tidal Wave. DeMarsico from between the circles. He scores! Just through the wickets of McLaughlin.
I stand corrected.
Now Brennan Walcom, who did score in that earlier shootout that I mentioned, has to score now to keep it alive for Team Saloon.
Tidal Wave making some noise for their goalie.
Walcom is stopped! And that's your ball game, kids. Team Tidal Wave Off the schneid after 6 consecutive defeats, they win in the sudden victory shootout, on the goal by Matt DeMarsico, 1-0-0, and they win the game by a final score of 5-4 over Team Saloon of Mount Lebanon. Live coverage of Ice Castle Hockey Elite 3 vs. 3 League Hockey on TenbandTV is brought to you by the Saloon of Mount Lebanon. And next up, we've got Team Raising Canes against Team Gordos. We've got that, our championship round, in a moment. Since 1976, the Saloon of Mount Lebanon has been the place to be any day of the week, serving one of the best varieties of beverages, burgers, and bar foods the South Hills has to offer. From pizzas to Pittsburgh salads, the Saloon of Mount Lebanon truly has a little bit of everything. Most importantly, it has a great atmosphere and customer service with a personal touch. Open at 622 Washington Road anytime, any day, 3 to 12:30. Fridays and Saturdays, 3 to 2:30. Happy hour, 4 to 6 weekdays. Order online at saloonofmtlebanon.com. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Lebo Saloon. With Aaron Norkovicus of Pitt Johnstown Men's Division I Hockey, I'm Matt Popchock of TenbandTV for continuing coverage of the 2024 Ice Castle Hockey Elite 3 vs. 3 League on TenbandTV. Week 6 championship, our final regular season game of any kind this summer, underway. Team Raising Canes in red, Team Gordos in black. Which of these front runners is going to take the crown heading into next week's special playoff event?
You know, Raising Canes definitely wants this one, especially after last week, just not being able to get it done, and so close with the comeback and just blowing it there.
Once again, they've lost 3 championship rounds in a row after winning the first 2 in which they were involved. Pendo, left wing circle. This is the 4th time in all that these teams have met in the final round, and a great save there by Mason Murovich on Justin Gibson from the high slot area. Tomko takes the lead pass as Logan Cooley is on. The Raising Canes team captain, a 20-goal man in his rookie NHL season, leading the Utah Hockey Club into the Beehive State this coming fall. LJ Mooney. What a return for him tonight. Mooney from the circle for Cooley. Cooley waits for the netminder to go down, but Murovich makes the save at the edge of the goal mouth. Humphreys left circle. Christian Humphreys, who seems to have a very bright NHL future, through the circles. Nick Akali taken out of the play. Numbers possibly for Canes in a scoreless game early. Mooney, right circle. Sneaks it to Logan Cooley. Cooley from the high slot. Fakes, shoots, scores! You go, Glenn Coco! Logan Coley, 1-0 Canes, 2 minutes in.
That little pump fake that he had there at the top of the circles looked like it froze Murovic in net, and just fakes one little step to his left and makes the world's difference.
Evan Conyon dispossessed at the last moment by Gibson, but Humphreys backed up the play. And look at Humphreys with the razzle-dazzle near side. Deep in the offensive zone, he has it. Go ahead, Aaron.
I was just going to say, we're definitely going to be in for a good one tonight with Humphreys on one side, Tomko as well, and then Mooney and Coley.
The top-tier skill off the charts in this last game, no question about it, as Boyson feeds Pendo. Pendo unable to beat Mason Murovic. And Mason could have a thing or two to say about how this game shakes out, the way he's played in goal for Team Gordos. Across the line, Tomko. Tomko speeding through traffic. Will Tomko, right side for Xander Kakali. Kakali with the OT winner for Team Gordos in game number 2 tonight. For Tomko.
If Team Canes can get a game like they had in the first one, then they shouldn't have to worry about anything. But like you said, Murovic, he definitely has the ability to steal one here.
Good cycle here by Gordos, trailing by 1. Bouncing puck in the general vicinity of Kakali, but Xander unable to redirect it on frame. Tomko 1-against-1 with Pendo. Tomko to the goal, save, Chad Veltri. Tyler Murovic, the Gordos captain, on now as we approach the midpoint of period 1. Ricky Boyson from his own zone surveying the play. Near side for Cooley. Logan Cooley with a hat trick in a dominant game 1 performance by Raising Canes tonight. Cooley near corner. Mooney's one-timer. Good read by Mason Murovic. LJ Mooney gets the rebound to Cooley. Cooley toward the cage. Oh, toe save! And a beauty with a capital B by Double M.
Murovic just turned a highlight reel goal into a highlight reel save with that one.
From the corner, Nick Kakali, worked over by Cooley. And Kakali trying to draw a penalty behind the Canes goal, no such luck. 3.5 to go in the first, still just a 1-0 contest. Mooney has it one more time as Nick Kakali wants to come off here. Mooney with a little spin maneuver, still has this puck. Backhand try, Murovic the save. Mooney taken out of the play by Xander Kakali.
He might not have gotten around the defenseman there, but that was something I've never seen before on the ice.
We've been saying that a lot about LJ Mooney this summer. Let's just put it that way. Xander Kakali for Murovic, for Humphreys. Humphreys through the Red Sea, behind the net now, Christian Humphreys. Humphreys had his first hat trick of the tournament in the first game for Gordos last week en route to Player of the Week honors. And Humphreys on the back check deflects that puck off the netting. Remember, pucks off the netting are live in this format. Boyson toward the goal, poke check by Xander Kakali. Humphreys with it one more time late in the first for Gordos. Kakali going to the cage, Humphreys will shoot it, and it'll be off Veltri. Gordos has the rebound, Xander Kakali into the stomach of Chad Veltri, the former Fox Chapel Fox. Line change for Canes, go ahead.
I was just about to say the same thing you said. Here comes that line again.
The Coley unit back on for Team Raising Canes. Drop pass to LJ Mooney. Mooney shot, score! LJ Mooney. 2-0 Raising Canes.
That's an NHL level shot right there.
Draft eligible in 2025, and Logan Coley went 3rd overall to the team formerly known as the Arizona Coyotes, the highest selection ever of a Pittsburgh-born skater back in 2022. And Mooney, his cousin also from West Mifflin, PA. What are the odds that he goes even higher? Makes you think.
Very possible.
Up to center. Cooley across the attacking line in a 2-0 game that favors his team. Cooley thinking things over, dropping it for Chris Conway, who fakes the shot. Back to Cooley it'll come. Cooley, high slot area for Mooney. Mooney trying to go through the 5-hole, but this time the 5-hole was closed. 1 minute to play in the first period. Canes having some trouble getting out of their own zone, and fortunately for their sake, Boyson hangs on to that puck. Boyson toward the goal, save Mirovic, and the rebound bounds right out to Konyan. Evan Konyan to Tyler Mirovic in the final 45. Mirovic nuzzles that nylon.
2-on-1 one way and a save just leads to a 2-on-1 the other way and a goal.
We've got a couple of 20-goal men in the Derby this year. Tyler Mirovic joining the club. And it's a 2-1 game in the final half minute of the first period. Pendo going down at center. Correction, no, that is Pendo, I'm sorry. But the point moot as play continues.
Those are always scary falls there. Hopefully he's all right. He looks like he is.
2-1 Canes. Gibson fakes. Gibson lost that puck. Bounding off the side of the net. 5 seconds left. Humphreys needs to hurry. Humphreys fires wide at the buzzer. Midway through the Week 6 championship round, 2024 Ice Castle Hockey Elite 3 vs 3 League action on 10-band TV. Team Raising Canes 2, Team Gordos, Tacos, and Tequila 1. With Aaron Norkovicus, I'm Matt Popchock. Back in a moment. The final period of regulation in regular season play for Ice Castle 3 vs 3 Elite League Hockey in the summer of 2024. With Aaron Norkovicus, I'm Matt Popchock. Team Raising Canes 2, Team Gordos 1. Gordos controlling the opening faceoff of the second. LJ Mooney in that top line take it over quickly for Team Canes. Cooley for Mooney. Mooney unable to get it around Humphreys. Humphreys trying to drag it around Coley. Coley stayed with him, and one possession now up ahead for LJ Mooney. Mooney 1 against 3, fires from distance. Easy save for Mason Mirovic.
Looked like for a little bit, though, we were going to get the matchup we've been talking about, Tomko and Humphreys versus Mooney and Coley, but Mooney just changed there. And there goes Tomko as well.
Both teams changing on the go as Konyan goes to the side of the net, and Xander Kakali sneaks it behind Veltri to tie it at 2 inside minute number 1 of period number 2.
That was a great spin move by Konyan up there, receiving that pass and spinning in one motion, gave himself a ton of time and space.
Xander Kakali in this competition, we've seen his stock rise as an offensive defenseman, and answering right back is Slick Rick. Ricky Boyson with a backhander. He just missed out on a hat trick in game number 1 for Raising Canes, and he's given them the lead right back as that puck, bounded off the mask of Chad Veltri. Canes with that transition game that's so impressive that Aaron was talking about earlier. And they'll try to get that transition game going one more time if they can possibly help it. But Konyan controls this puck for Gordos. Through a crowd, it's fired off a body by Nick Kakali. Bounding out in front.
There they go again. He has Boyson in the middle.
And Boyson is up ahead of the play now. Boyson to the goal. He scores! Thank you, sir. May I have another? 4-2 Raising Canes.
talked about Coley and LJ a lot today, but Boyson as well has had a great day. That's 2 goals in this game, 2 goals in the last game. He's stepping up when they need him.
Rising senior at Trinity College, a D3 hockey program. Played some PIHL hockey very briefly for the Ringgold Co-op program a number of years ago. Attended virtual high school, I should say, apart from his time in the Ringgold district.
Another mask problem from Urovich. They're going to call their timeout.
An official timeout with 5:15 remaining.
Oh, maybe not. The referee called it, but I think he's going to cancel it there. It was just a strap again that we saw earlier.
We're back to play with Canes up by 2 in the second period. Coley, Mooney, oh my goodness! LJ, you say?
That was beautiful. Coley with the toe drag move right around Tomko. I don't even know where Mooney fitted that puck in.
I may lose my voice just from saying, oh my goodness. It's one dazzling play after another by Mooney as we get a penalty called here and a penalty shot forthcoming with 4.5 to go in regulation.
They're going to get Pendo for tripping. He does not look happy about it, shaking his head.
So a chance for Team Gordos with still a lot of time left in this game to stop the bleeding a little bit here as Xander Kakali will take it.
We've seen time and time again, there's just no team is ever out of it in this league.
Humphreys converts the feed from Kakali. The penalty shot is good, and it's a 2-goal game just like that.
They pulled one out of the Canes playbook. We saw that last week in the championship game on Pendo's penalty shot. He had a breakaway, and he looked over his shoulder and found Coley for a goal.
Gibson with Coley just on now for Raising Canes in a 5-3 affair. Coley through a crowd on his backhand now. Looking for space. Not much to be had at the moment for Logan Coley. Coley using those legs to create space. Mason Mirovic with a save. Good outlet pass to Humphreys. Humphreys has a step on Boyson. Humphreys to the goal, and he scores! How did that get by Veltri?
That blocker side 6-hole again. Another one sneaks in through there. It's a great play by Humphreys.
And with 3:20 left, it's a 1-goal game just like that. Gordos not going down without a fight. Conyan across the attacking line. Off the skate of Boyson, lead pass to LJ Mooney. Mooney high and wide. Coley gets the rebound. Coley on his backhand for Mooney. Mooney just trying to settle the play down here for Raising Canes and put it on goal. Mason Mirovic from his knees makes that play. Final 3 of the second period. Canes clinging to a 5-4 lead. Mirovic out in front. Good read there by Veltri to break up that attempted pass. Ricky Boyson left wing side. Boyson toward goal, wide of the far post. Turnover to Ricky Boyson. Boyson for Pendo now. The 2 Mon Valley natives hooking up there in the offensive zone. Chris Conway, former Johnstown Tomahawk, unable to play it to anyone except Devin Rorick, pardon me. And Rorick has it at center for Gordos. Left wing for Mirovic. Tyler Mirovic for Devin Rorick going to the goal, but couldn't get the tip in. 2 minutes to play. Caden Pendo has Gibson trailing. Good poke check by Xander Kakali. Kakali up for Humphreys. Humphreys to the goal. Stopped by Chad Veltri. Mark that one down.
It's a possible game saver right there.
Coley with hair on fire urgency to LJ Mooney. Mooney spinorama. Mooney off the defender's stick. Mooney just ran out of room to shoot there.
Mooney and Coley, they can make plays go from 0 to 100 real quick. They look like they're going to slow the game down, and next thing you know, they're just all over you.
Tomko tracing that right wing circle. Cross ice for his Peters Township brother-in-arms, Christian Humphreys. Humphreys shot blocked by Logan Cooley. Justin Gibson, a minute 10 to play.
Murphy's
Gordo's
looking towards the bench. He's getting ready to go here soon, possibly.
You read my mind. He wants to come off, but he's not able to because Canes has this puck. Final minute of play. Lead pass to Logan Cooley, and Cooley's going to take his time bringing it across the blue line. As I untie my tongue, he is poke checked by Evan Conyon, and Conyon finds Humphreys. Humphreys follows this bouncing puck, and he is stopped again by Chad Veltri. A right foot save.
Two big saves by Veltri on Humphreys here at the end of this game to keep them in, and Boyston's going to seal it.
Yes, he is. Got any more hats left? Give it to the young man. 6-4 your score. 20 seconds to go. Humphreys, drag maneuver, broken up to Pendo. Veltri's going to continue sitting this one out. 10 seconds left, but it's not going to matter because time is the enemy of Gordo's. On the doorstep, Veltri with one last save.
Mooney's most likely just going to flip it, kill the rest of this time. It's a big win by Canes there.
And Raising Canes will be your #1 seed next week. Gordo's Tacos and Tequila will be your 2 seed. After that, Saloon at 3, Tidal Wave Sports at 4. Your final score and your Week 6 champion, Team Raising Canes Chicken Fingers wins it over Gordo's Tacos and Tequila 6-4. And we had a feeling that things would be a little bit different tonight, Aaron, when LJ Mooney walked into the building, and we were correct.
Yeah, there's no other way to put it. He's a game changer. Like we said earlier, he's just having fun out there. He wants to put on a show for everybody, and just the things that he does out there is just unlike anything I've ever seen before.
PIHL fans, it's almost time to do that PIHL hockey again. But first, we need to do that PIHL hockey sponsorship, and our 24-25 PIHL Hockey Night Live ad opportunities are available right now. TenbandTV is once again planning coverage of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League's entire regular season and postseason from October through March. TenbandTV offers ad subscriptions for your business or organization for as little as $249 a month. Cancel anytime, or you can build your own package tailored to your own budget. Visit tenbandtv.com/advertise and contact Todd at tenbandproductions.com for more information, and enter the promo code TBTV-hockey at checkout for 10% off your first purchase. Thank you, Todd Kazarowski. Thank you, Michael Lyman. Thank you, Aaron Norkovicus. Thank you, Tyler Murovich. And thank you for watching and listening. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers 6, Gordo's Tacos and Tequila 4. Raising Cane's, your 3-time league champion, going into next week's special playoff event. I'm Matt Popchock, and that's all she wrote from the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon, where you have been watching Ice Castle Elite 3 vs. 3 League Hockey on TenbandTV. With S-Mark Stars. He's a good playoff goaltender. Wraparound try and a goal for Liam Walsh, his first since joining this competition after coming off the injured. And now Cooley and Mooney, cousins, they will galvanize. And welcome home, son, that quickly. First shift, first team. Feeds it to LJ Mooney, back to Logan Cooley. Cooley dangles, Cooley on his backhand. Cooley tucks it around McLaughlin. Cooley dangles, Cooley on his backhand. Cooley tucks it around McLaughlin. Bow to your sensei. and it's 2-1 Raising Canes.
Nothing there. And, oh, here comes LJ now. Wow.
Oh, my goodness!
Coley and Mooney putting on a clinic right now. They're going to do it themselves if they have to.
Eckberg directing traffic for Team Saloon. Up ahead to Liam Walsh. Trying to hit Brendan Walcom. Now he does. Walcom shoots, scores! Brendan couldn't finish the play.
It's another great play by Kyle there. It's not easy being able to get your stick out like that when you're going one way. You know he wants to come the other. And there's another one from Boyson.
For his second of the game and 19th overall in this tournament. Liam Walsh toward goal, and that's a fine how do you do.
We talked earlier about the chemistry that Logan and LJ had. Oh, wow.
Logan Coley, think of the children. Their opponent lands a punch, they land a counter punch offensively of some kind. Here comes Logan Coley. Coley upstairs! Their opponent lands a punch, they land a counter punch offensively of some kind. Here comes Logan Coley. Coley upstairs! His team has helped him out big time in this one, I think, Aaron.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
oh my goodness, how did
gosh.
Coley get that to go in? He pulls a Mario.
See if he can pull something fancy out on this one.
What will Logan Coley do for an encore? Oh, he'll do that. But Kyle McLaughlin has other ideas. By Coley. 3 seconds left. One more chance for Mooney. One more save for Kyle McLaughlin. But it doesn't matter in the slightest because contest here as Murovich plays it in the corner for Xander Kakali. Tyler Murovich nuzzles that nylon 24 seconds in. He has 18 goals now with 19 of those. DeMarcico to the goal. He tucks it around Mason Murovich.
Saw a lot of those force. Everything, just he's knocking down everything.
A much more tight contest with under 3 minutes to go in period one of Game 2 for Kanyan. Humphreys open on the left side. He goes there. Humphreys to the goal. Score! Oh, that was perverse. For Kanyan. Humphreys open on the left side. He goes there. Humphreys to the goal. Score! Oh, that was perverse. Scored on a penalty shot in period one. Tries to fake out Murovich and does. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Matt DeMarcico. Still on the forecheck here in a 2-2 game, early second period. Out in front to Tyler Murovich. Burial. A 2-on-none, meanwhile, for Tidal Wave Sports, and an easy tap-in goal for Jordan Timmons. That's his second of the tournament, and that's a big break. That is indeed the case. Humphreys with 4.5 to go in the second period. 3-3 the score. Christian Humphreys, side of the net one-timer put wide by Kanyan for Tidal Wave. Fedoruk makes his move. He's scores! Oh, it just snuck under the stick of Mason Murovich.
Let's see if they can hold on to it.
Humphreys' shot is deflected out of play. Kakali out in front. Tyler Murovich flips it on goal, and Bear has it somehow. It's on the check, and now Devin Rourke gets a penalty shot of his own. Rourke makes good on that attempt, and we've got a 4-4 hockey game with 1.5 minutes left. Peter Kakali. Kakali trying to outrace Garagach out in front of Murovich. Cross ice. Humphreys off the side of the post. Bounces right to Garagach, but underneath his stick. Lead pass to Humphreys. Humphreys trying to get around to Marsico. Does, cuts to the cage. Bear freezes it for Kakali. Through traffic. Bear doesn't know where it is. Gordo still has it. Up to Kakali. Centering pass. Turnaround shot. Murovich stopped by Bear. And it's put in! And it's put in! Xander Kakali puts on the cape with 12 ticks to talk.
Wow, all those
5-4, so our championship game tonight will be a familiar matchup. The top two teams again. Team Raising Canes against Team Gordos. Penultimate game. Team Tidal Wave scores as they move the puck from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device. You go, Jordan Timmons, as they did earlier this summer. Fedoruk takes a drop pass, and the captain makes it happen. Tidal Wave on a mission, scoring twice in the game. For a little love tap. 2-on-none for Tidal Wave. DeMarcico. Belsterling stopped by Kyle McLaughlin. My goodness.
That was in this. They got to get one for him.
And let's give Evan Bear some credit. He's been dialed in, and I spoke too soon. Carter Eckberg finally makes the donut disappear for Team Saloon competition. A former state champion, won 10 years ago with Rick Tingle in Peters Township as Sean O'Donnell goes bar down from the 17-year-old as it's sent up ahead for Sean O'Donnell. O'Donnell snaps it in! 3 unanswered, and the floodgates have opened. Goalie, unofficially. Alex Gritz.
They play good players, good teams.
And Gravy, Alex Gritz. Final minute and a half, net empty down to our right. Tidal Wave skating 4 against 3, and they score! Adam Mahler makes it a 1-goal affair. 4 against 3. Fedoruk waits, watches, down low Garagach. Garagach tucks it in before the buzzer, and will go to overtime for the second game.
Could have been a breakaway there, but that puck just did not want to sit with him.
DeMarsico on his forehand, in on McLaughlin, who just gets a piece and hangs on.
Stick.
Matt Walsh to take it. Can he win it for Team Saloon? Stopped by Evan Bear. 13 seconds left in OT. O'Donnell for McDonald. McDonald through a crowd. Bear didn't know where that puck was. It's played out in front. Evan Bear will cover it. Championship round. We will head possibly to a sudden victory shootout. 3 seconds remaining. Lead pass for Garagach. It's off his skate, and that's just what we'll do. Sneaks it to Logan Cooley. Cooley from the high slot. Fakes, shoots, scores! You go, Glenn Coco. Logan Cooley by Raising Canes tonight. Cooley near corner. Mooney's one-timer. Good read by Mason Murovich. LJ Mooney gets the rebound to Cooley. Cooley toward the cage. Oh, toe save! And a beauty with a capital B. On for Team Raising Canes. Drop pass to LJ Mooney. Mooney shot, score! LJ Mooney bounds right out to Konyan. Evan Konyan to Tyler Murovich in the final 45. Murovich nuzzles that nylon. Both teams changing on the go as Konyan goes to the side of the net, and Xander Kakali sneaks it behind Veltri to tie it at 2. Xander Kakali in this competition, we've seen his stock rise as an offensive defenseman, and answering right back is Slick Rick.
He has Boyson in the middle.
And Boyson is up ahead of the play now. Boyson to the goal. He scores! Thank you, sir. May I have another? We're back to play with Canes up by 2 in the second period. Cooley, Mooney. Oh my goodness! But here is Xander Kakali will take it.
We've seen time and time again, there's just no team is ever out of it in this league.
Humphreys converts the feed from Kakali. Good outlet pass to Humphreys. Humphreys has a step on Boyson. Humphreys to the goal, and he scores! How did that get by Veltri? Has Gibson trailing. Good poke check by Xander Kakali. Kakali up for Humphreys. Humphreys to the goal, stopped by Chad Veltri. Mark that one down. Poke check by Evan Konyan. And Konyan finds Humphreys. Humphreys follows this bouncing puck, and he is stopped again by Chad Veltri. Foot save.
2 big saves by Veltri on Humphreys here at the end of this game to keep them in, and Boyston's going to seal it.
Yes, he is. 6th champion. Team Raising Canes Chicken Fingers wins it over Gordo's Tacos and Tequila 6-4.